For the past 3 weeks, I've been studying residential design, building, and architectural principles at the Yestermorrow School in Vermont. I received a box in the mail, inside of which there was a kit. It contained a protractor, transparent onion skin paper, and a variety of measuring tools, including a neat triangular architectural ruler that to me seemed like a magic wand I would learn to use to transform my little cabin. Week 1, we had to draw a pig. I didn't see anyone else's pig, but this was mine. It was late, and he needed a beverage. Our first class, the professor analyzed our personalities depending on our pig drawings. I was a bit disturbed by my results, but not surprised. Since my pig, let's call him Jerry, since Jerry was facing front, I guess I enjoy playing devil's advocate? Since my pig had few details, it means I am emotional and am a great risk taker and can be reckless. Since Jerry is only showing 2 legs, this indicates that I'm living through a major period of change, and as a result may be prone to struggling with insecurities. True, all true. And since he has a short tail, I'm basically an idiot. I asked via Zoom chat, what if your pig is drinking gin? But the professor's only response was, wow, so I didn't press it. Week 2 and 3, we picked a site to analyze, so I picked my own cabin, Fern Hill. I learned the architectural drawing symbols for doors and windows, and drew a rough sketch of my cottage. We also drew bubble diagrams. I love bubbles, and learned how to find true solar north without the aid of a compass. First, you have to find out what time true solar noon happens where you are, so where the sun is actually overhead, which isn't necessarily 12 noon on the clock. For this, I used this website. Turns out that noon here is about 57 minutes after clock noon. You put a stick perpendicular to the ground at that exact moment. I didn't have a carpenter's scale, so I used an inclinometer app on my phone. If you do all this right, the shadow will point directly to solar north, which can be very different from magnetic north or compass north, and is much more accurate for charting the sun's path as it arcs around your house. Lastly, I had to measure the bathroom of my house and draw it to scale. Since I didn't have much formal schooling and spent my whole life in the performing arts, I have absolutely zero math skills to speak of. I'm worried this will affect how well I can learn to build stuff. Most of my measurements were off. I found it really difficult to get accurate measurements with the measuring tape. So I flubbed some of the numbers on the drawing so that the math would make sense. I drew the bathroom at a 3/4 inch equals 1 foot scale. Luckily, my instructor said that it was very good and a very strong start, so that made me feel good. In a couple of weeks, Banjo and I will drive all the way to Vermont for the in-person portion of the class, where I've rented a little 1-room cottage with a kitchen and everything. It'll be only the second time my dog and I have set out on a trip, just the 2 of us. So I'll do another update then. Alright, thanks for listening.